What's good, y'all? Let's talk about linear perspective of reality, about moment-to-moment existence, and how the mind functions within a giant orchestration, which is the difference between the violinist, the orchestrator, the person that wrote the music, and then everyday life that is the consumers of the product, the people that come and watch the show. So as you're walking through the multiverse, the complexities of your mind and your body, and running around and having a consciousness of desire, contentment, observation, coordination, allowance, acceptance, and there's a giant hole in the mind, and that giant hole is it's a succubus of information. That information, you have to consider where it came from. And this is the whole essence of meditation at its highest form. Because people often ask me about meditation, and they've asked me about very many high level subjects of the mind and even of the body. And to explain this is very simple but confusing, because it's a separation of the mind and the body, but also a unification of the same two things. One seems so etheric. It's a mind. It's thoughts. Where did it come from? But there's a physical thing in front of you. You can see as an objective reality because it exists. And as we try to convey the art of life, the substance, the coagulation, which is what happens with mayonnaise, what happens with the fatty environment that becomes the thing that is your physical body, the essence, the essential source of thought, somehow finds its way to make you fat. So, as I usually do, I try to display and put on some sort of chalkboard to everyone this concept of what you are as a creative, essential human. Hue means color. Creative, essential human. And you find these parts of your mind that come to you from where? But then you identify and you act out the things that have been orchestrated to you. And this is the larger sense of why people watch TV. They find a program, and it's all in the family. It looks like this, and this is how you're supposed to act, and here's what you're supposed to say. And I attempt very humbly, because I'd rather not make these videos. I'd rather not talk to anyone. I'd rather just, you can live your own life and have your own way about it. But because I know everybody goes through these situations of their mind, I try to put them back onto the path and see that the things that are told to you in the magazine, the things that are told to you on the television, the things that are instructed upon you as an instrument aren't you. Just the same way the mind is allowing, but it allows so much that anything can become an identifying factor of how you perceive self. And when you can rid yourself of what you think of self, what you are, what you think, and then you go, what do I think? See, the thought process isn't something you did. You can't possibly imagine the next thought you'll have. Try it right now. What's the next thought you're going to have? It's going to be what I tell you it is. And there's magic. So, as the television sits there telling you magically something, it goes into your mind, and you framework the identity of self about how you see things based upon the television and the media, meaning the Medes, meaning the magicians, the magi, the orchestrators. Now, separate yourself from that and start identifying with what you are as your true essential self to create your own magical story. The TV isn't you, but you act like it. The food isn't you, but you act like it. The people you come across and you want to interact with, like, they have essences, obviously, of the things that you are, and these are things you're attracted to. I mean, you're also attracted to things you hate, and you can adorn yourself, you can accrue some sort of energy from all things, and this is why hate is such a energy generator, just as love is too. But as we focus in here on the essential mind of the source code of your reality, because everyone wants to construct some sort of existence that unifies their body, the female, and their mind, the male, into some sort of wonderful webbing of wonderment and dance, and it's easy to have. It's because it's so fleeting, because it seems like sand through your fingers. It's just, where has it gone? Just like time. But people think of matter as they need this. And I know what I'm doing right now, see? To tell you something in this very strange way. Matter, like the blanket that people keep throughout their lives as a security blanket, it doesn't exist. Because the mind gave your body its will to live in the same way that your mind gave the ability for that blanket to exist. And here you are, with only thing that you have, the only thing that you exist inside of is your own mind. Because outside of that, nothing exists. Yeah, the street holds you up, the pole is there and it's holding up the thing to keep the water off of you. And all of these, the car keeps you from being rained upon, but it will get you somewhere faster. But where are you really going? Who created that? Who created the car? Where did that come from? It came from someone's mind, just like your mind is the perpetrator and hero and the all of the things, the designer, the compliment, the hatred, the disgust, the profundity of all of creation. It can only exist in your mind. Everyone else that is doing whatever they're doing doesn't exist. You're sitting here in a tiny little corner of your imprint, your mind, your observation. So if you observe right now the words that I'm saying, I convey to you what you need to hear. If you've shut this off, then you're not hearing these words. But it's conveyed to you because you're curious about your own mind. Are you hearing these words, or are you looking at the computer? Did you see the car pass by you? Did you smell the room that you're sitting in while listening to my voice? And the art of life is to do all of the things, the 5 senses that they instruct you upon. I mean, there's many more, but encompass and engross yourself in all of them at the same time. Hear me, smell the room, see the computer. It's fully your awareness of the things that you can absorb. And so start absorbing more. Absorb all the things at once. So if I have any singular instruction or any path to incite people upon, it's to, while you're sitting where you are, as they tell you in meditation, observe the breath. But that's not true. That's not completely true. Just like you don't need to sit down to meditate. You need to somehow find a way to hear everything, smell everything, taste everything, touch everything, observe all of it at once. And when you can do that, then you can instruct the entire world and become an orchestrator of consciousness. And so here I am as orchestrator of your consciousness to give you the baton, the wand, the stick to go out on your own, in your own mind, and create an environment that you like. This is why I teach all the things I teach. So you can be a magician. Because you already are, but you forgot. So enjoy your magical day, y'all. Stay well.